Today we are going to learn how to do coherent breathing technique, which you will find very helpful to support the vagus nerve as well as relaxation. So this is a great exercise to do before meditation. If you wake up in the middle of the night, you can't fall asleep. Coherent breath. The most important thing is you want to make sure the breath is dropping all the way down to the lower abdomen. So I want you to put your hand on your abdomen just below your navel. And when you take a breath in, you want to let that breath drop all the way down. And that's quick. And you want to do the Buddha belly. Now remember, we've been trained to hold our abdomen in. Nobody wants to walk around with their belly sticking out. So we hold it in naturally. And because we do that, we start breathing very short. We're not bringing our breath all the way down under the diaphragm. So if I ask you to just take a breath, many people will put their hand here or here, but very few people put their hand all the way down to the lower abdomen. While you're breathing into the lower abdomen, you want to start, after you get the hang of it, you want to start expanding as if you're expanding your sides with the breath. So it comes down and it's moving out to the side. Now, breathing in and out through your nose is the healthiest breath that you can do. However, for this breathing technique, if you choose to breathe in and out through your mouth, that is just fine. In through your nose, out your mouth. It doesn't really matter. What's most important is that you have an even count. So I tell you to start with 6. 6 in, 6 out. 6 in, 6 out. No hesitation in between the breath. The breath is coming in, out, in, out. So there's no pause. And if you have done any kind of yoga, there are different breath techniques. Some of them have a pause in between. Some of you may have done a box breath. This 6-6 is called coherent breathing, and it resets your nervous system. So it is one of the most important breaths that you can be doing and become consciously aware of your breathing throughout the day. If you think about any feelings of anxiety or panic, what happens is you start to hold your breath in those situations. You want to breathe through it. It's just life is happening. Or something triggered some kind of reason to start experiencing some anxiety. And half the time, we don't even know what that is. So you want to breathe through it and reset the nervous system. All right, now the other important thing is we want to open up this diaphragm because this is where your diaphragm muscles are and they can contract. Remember, life's happening. You're not doing anything wrong. The body responds in mysterious ways when it's trying to protect us from something, right? So our diaphragm muscles can begin to contract, and that will restrict the amount of oxygen you can take down to your lower lobes. So let's just practice opening up the diaphragm first. We're going to take a nice breath. Push up underneath the rib cage. See how my fingers are pushing up under there, and then bend. Ha! Using the voice that helps to release any tension, energy. Ha! Following the rib cage down and pushing under. Ha! All the way down to the edge. Ha! Now when you take a breath, it can drop down. There's nothing restricting it, so it's going all the way down to the lower abdomen. Before you actually begin the 6 in, 6 out, what I'd like you to do is just practice at getting the breath all the way down to the lower abdomen. Not everybody can do that so easily. If you have the hang of it and you want to begin the breath work, then go ahead. Now, when you start, maybe you start with 5 minutes. If you feel really comfortable with that, you can go to 10. You can go to 15. Now keep in mind, if you're doing breath work on your own and you have old stuff, old trauma, it can release that. That is really the whole idea of doing a whole breath session. So you may not want to do a complete session, but get the hang of the breathing. And then when we get back together, we could actually do a breath session, as we may have already done. All right, now if you cannot do 6-6, then do 5-5 or 4-4. Just keep it so that it's even, and you want to get to the place where you begin to expand it to 6. So if you're starting off at 4, that's okay. Maybe a week from now you get it to 5. A week from that time you can get it up to 6. All right? Okay. Now, breath in for 6, out for 6. No holding. If you have any questions, you know how to find me. So go ahead and shoot me a text and just keep on practicing. All right? And I will see you next time. Remember to like and subscribe. I'd love to get your comments down below, so go ahead and comment. If you've practiced this work and you're starting to notice a difference, I'd love to hear from you. Just wanted to remind you, go into the description, get the free download on living your best life, keeping it real, keeping it simple. Tina Brigitini. We'll see you in the next video.